Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am your guy, the sports judge. The Kansas City Chiefs win Super Bowl 58 in dramatic fashion, beating the San Francisco 49ers 25-22 in overtime, becoming the first team in 19 years to repeat as NFL champions. Mahomes is a very special player. That brother is special. He is on a different planet right now. The moment is never too big for Patrick Mahomes because he takes what's given to him. Mahomes is everybody's worst nightmare right now. I respect greatness. I worship it. A team winning 3 Super Bowls in 5 years, that's greatness. That's greatness. That's all-time greatness. At the start of the season, our mid-season, it felt like the Chiefs were a borderline playoff team. I had given up on them. I had my doubts about them. I called it a one and done team. I called it a one and done for them. I went as far to say they were overrated and that they weren't a title contender. I had so many questions, comments, and concerns all at once about the Kansas City Chiefs. I didn't think they could scare anybody in the AFC. I didn't think they would pose a threat. I didn't think they were good with those receivers that they had. The biggest storyline this season been the Chiefs' offensive woes. The struggles on offense mattered. They couldn't get anything going offensively. And the reality was that while Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense weren't nearly as dominant like in prior seasons, the defense was carrying them. They rode the defense all the way until they found their offense again. And they peaked at the right time. They found their offense going into the playoffs. It was an entirely different game in the playoffs. A completely different Chiefs team. You got the best version of the Chiefs at the right time. The offense found their rhythm. That was the biggest question with this group all year. The offense. That's what we were talking about all year. Receivers dropping passes. The offense looking lifeless. A stagnant offense. Stagnated a lot of times during the regular season. Mahomes playing behind a makeshift O-line. And we have crowned the underdog in every playoff game the champion. The champion in back-to-back years. It's incredible. And now we're having the GOAT discussion that centers around Patrick Mahomes, who took a group of receivers with the most dropped passes in the league to the Super Bowl and won it. It's remarkable. I didn't think this team would be where they are today. The world is hating on the Chiefs, but you can't deny greatness. You can't. The Chiefs won and the world hates them. It's kind of cool to witness this. Even if you don't like it, it's cool. Of course, you have your Debbie Downers and the people saying this is rigged for them to win. Your conspiracies that are going around about everything being rigged. It's pretty funny, actually. It really is. It's comical. Let's all take just a moment to appreciate what Patrick Mahomes is doing. Mahomes does it again. Puts masterclass on, and people just can't embrace it. They just can't embrace it. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. You don't have to be a Chiefs fan to acknowledge how good they truly are. And who knows? Maybe they will win 3 more. Andy Reid is coming back. Kelsey announced he'll be back. We don't know what the future holds for Chris Jones. There's some uncertainty there. I think going back again is a guarantee, though. Run it back. There's no question about it now. The Kansas City Chiefs are not just back-to-back champions. This is a dynasty that ranks with the great ones in the history of the sport. It's incredible that this guy and Mahomes still, has a long way to go. Don't get me wrong, he still has a long way to go, but he's entering the GOAT discussion because what we're witnessing is all-time greatness. They've matched the Patriots the Patriots' dynastic run. Mahomes adds to his legacy. This is the Patriots all over again. We're witnessing the early 2000s all over again. What do they usually say? History repeats itself. And I'm not trying to diminish Andy Reid's greatness, but even he needed arguably the greatest quarterback we have ever seen to do that. I have to say this. The game was heart-pounding and suspenseful. Definitely a slow start to the game, a reflection of some early nerves among players. Emotions are high in Super Bowls. Teams almost always start slow. Okay, that wasn't really surprising at all. I kind of expected that. Early jitters, they're getting over. On the first drive of the game, Christian McCaffrey fumbles following a big play from Mahomes to Hardman. Pacheco fumbles in the red zone on the Chiefs when the Chiefs had possession of the ball. It was a boring game. It started off slow, but in the second half, it turned out exciting. But overall, it was an outstanding Super Bowl. And after a pretty lifeless first quarter, this Super Bowl gave us the fantastic finish we all wanted to see. 3 lead changes, 5 scoring drives, a 36-36 tie at the end of regulation. It was the second Super Bowl to go into overtime, I believe. And Hardman, who caught the game winner, played well. Mahomes to Hardman for the Lombardi. Hardman cut outward and into the end zone untouched, where he made a wide open catch to deliver the Chiefs a thrilling overtime win. He was great. Isaiah Pacheco was fantastic and did his thing. Trent McDuffie is a top 5 cornerback as far as I'm concerned. Dude is legit. Kelsey had an in-game altercation with Andy Reid on the sideline, but you know what you're getting from a guy like Kelsey. It was another legendary night for Travis Kelsey, and he's just an emotional guy. That's all it is. Easily one of the best tight ends, if not the best. And when you got a guy who provides key plays and is nearly unstoppable like he was, you have that one weapon that can obviously be a game changer, and that's what Kelsey is. That's always been the name of his game. And when you have a quarterback like Mahomes, you can never bet against him. You just can't. The amazing thing about Mahomes, he can have a bad first half or a game in general and still beat you because of his ability to make plays happen when the Chiefs need them. That's what he does. This was mesmerizing, particularly that last drive in overtime. This playoff run was legacy defining. It's truly special watching a generational talent like Mahomes. This guy is it. And when the game is on the line, Mahomes' composure and maturity is scary. Okay? Because this dude is scary good. The uniqueness, the intelligence, playmaking, flair, and incredible arm talents. He's just a different breed. We were reminded by Mahomes that he's that damn good. That he's the best quarterback in the game right now. I don't think any of us can dispute that. We're looking at the best quarterback in football right now. This Super Bowl puts Mahomes in top 3 or maybe even top 2. No matter what or who you give him, he shows up. And he showed up last night and he looked spectacular. He had one hell of a game last night. Mahomes is simply legendary. He always shows up, showcase his talent on the biggest stage in football. And I wouldn't be surprised if they win back-to-back and back to back and back to back. I wouldn't be surprised if they win for the next couple of years. And I know a lot of people probably don't want to hear that. But that's the reality of it, right? Because this team is built to win for years to come. You know, and I tip my hats to the 49ers. I picked them to win the game. It didn't happen. You know, I was looking at the fact that they had, you know, a roster that was loaded with talent, which they do. That offense, you look at that offense, man, that offense is scary. I mean, on paper, they were the favorites to win because of the weapons that they have on that offense. George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Debo, you know, the list goes on, man. And I feel for Greenlaw, man. He got hurt on the sideline, suffered an ACL injury on the sideline. Just a devastating injury for him. It really sucks. But, you know, Kansas City was the better team. And the Niners, man, they just couldn't match that level of intensity. And at the end of the day, the Kansas City Chiefs made more plays. That's all it came down to. They made more plays. And that's why they won the football game. And I thought Brock Purdy played well. I mean, he had a great game. You know, no turnovers. No turnovers. That's an impressive stat right there. You know, and I mean, the moment wasn't too big for him. I thought he handled it. I thought he handled himself well in the big moment. First Super Bowl appearance. Didn't really have the jitters. Didn't really have the butterflies. Went out there and just played his game. Put the ball where it needed to be. I thought Purdy was amazing. There's people out there, as always, doubting him because I don't know. For whatever reason, the man gets a lot of hate. I don't understand. I will never understand that. But this was a great game. To those who said it was boring, I'm sorry if you felt that way. I felt that it was a great ending. You couldn't ask for anything better if you're a football fan. And, I mean, Vegas did a good job hosting the event. I thought it was a marquee game. I thought it lived up to the hype. And I really enjoyed what we saw last night. And again, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. Well-deserved. You guys are back-to-back champs. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. You guys are awesome. Please do me a huge favor before I get out of here. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll be back very soon. I want to talk a little bit more about Brock Purdy later on today. And then I want to get your guys' thoughts on Patrick Mahomes. Will he pass Tom Brady one day? I will talk about that as well. See you guys later. Take care.